Good morning, children. Today we have lesson 3 of your book, More Than One. We are going to study about it today and understand that how do we apply all of these rules written on the board, which are actually taken from your book. So I want you to open your book, your English grammar book, to page number 10 and follow up to what is written on the board. Okay? Now children, let us begin with examples. The first example that I've written here is apple. Why it is written only apple? If you check out the spelling given here, it is A-P-P-L-E. Only L-E. There is no S at the end. Why? Because it's a single apple. We are talking about one apple only. That's what is written here. But more than one, that means any object, any item that is 1 in number, so that will be single, one apple only, or one item or one object only. But whenever it is more than one, whenever it is in more than one number, we call it as apples. Like you will always add one S here. Like if there is a boy and if there are more than one, then you will say it as boy, boys. The singular form is boy and the plural will be boys, because if it has more than one, you will have to add S in it. The second example which I should also give you, like of girl, there is one girl, but if you see more than one girl in your class, so you will always tell me that ma'am, there are girls sitting in the class. So always remember children, that singular means one and more than one will always have S, but not necessarily all the numbers will have single S at the end. We have certain different rules which will be added here to make it different from single S and to ES. Now we have the first rule entered here as we add S or ES for more than one. Children, the name of the lesson itself says it's about more than one. So you add S or ES for more than one. To naming words. Children, we will be discussing everything about naming words today again, because you will add S or ES to naming words only, children. Like girl. As I told you about naming words in the previous lesson, that girl is a naming word. Car is a naming word because girl is the name of a person and car is the name of a thing. So, if there's one girl, there won't be any S. But when you know there are two girls, because it is more than one, so you will add S to the word girl. So, one girl, the plural of one girl or more than one form of girl will be two girls, because it will end up with S. Similarly, one car. If there's one car, so you will just end up saying that there's a car parked outside my house. But if you find two cars, you cannot say two car. You know, you have to end up putting up S here to make it into a plural form. So that's how cars. Another thing, children, this is very easy, when we talk about anything. If you have one pencil, you can, if you have more than one, you'll say it pencils. You have one eraser, if you have more than one, you'll say it erasers. If you have a pen, and if you have more than one, you'll call it pens. These are simple words. You just keep adding S to them and you will find the plural of it. But we have certain rules with different words coming. Like in this one it is given, we add ES if the word end with S, SH, CH or S. See children, pay attention to this. I want you to understand this statement very well, because it has got a lot of changes within. So you need to understand that whichever naming word you come across, and if you find that naming word ending up with es. That means if that naming word is ending up with s, sh, ch or s, you will have to apply es there. I repeat once again, if any naming word that you take is ending up with s, sh, ch or s, the word will end up with es. We are going to solve examples related to this. Now let us take the first one. Bus. It is a simple word, bus, bus. But children, here bus is a naming word. How? Because it is a name of a thing, as taught earlier. So bus is the naming word here, and it is ending up with what? S. Can you see S here? So if it's ending up with S here, you will have to add ES in the plural form. That means BUS, bus, and then you will add ES. That's how a bus becomes buses. You understand? Now the second word that we take is if your naming word ends with SH. We have again taken a naming word, children, that is brush. Brush is a name of a thing. It is ending up with SH. Children, again we apply this rule where the naming word which is ending with SH has to be applied with ES at the end. So brush will have the same spelling, but it will end with ES. That's how it becomes brush and brushes. We take another naming word, children, that is bench. The same bench that you sit in or sit on. So children, that bench is a naming word. It is a name of a thing. So it is also ending up with CH as written here. So this is a naming word which is ending with CH, will also in the plural form end with ES. That's how a bench becomes in the plural form benches. And the word or the naming word ending with S, again, like if we take glass. See, glass is also a naming word. It is a name of a thing. It is ending up with S, but you also have to add ES in the plural form of it. That's how you figure out, children, that all the naming words that end up with S, SH, CH or S will all end up with ES in their plural forms. Moving to the next rule which is written here, children, is we also add ES to tomato, potato and mango. Children, see, they are all ending with O's. Can you hear me and see on the board? These are special cases which you need to learn them by heart and understand that whenever you come across these naming words, these terms and these words like tomato, potato and mango, they will also end up with ES in their plural forms. As like they will become tomatoes, potatoes and mangoes because the plural form will have ES. Then we have, children, we also add ES to some words ending in Y to change that Y to I. I want you to understand this line, children. See, what's written here? This rule is very important because in examinations, you will never get those easy words just to add S to simple words like chalk, chalks, pencil, pencils or eraser, erasers. Not like that. You know, you will have such kind of words in examination as well where you have to identify that what is to be applied here, S or ES. So see, what is written here? Just pay attention. We also add ES. What do you have to add? ES. You have to add ES to some words ending in Y. Okay? If you find any word that is ending in Y, you have to add ES there. But this Y will get converted into I first. You understand? Again, I am telling you, you take any word and if that word is ending in Y, if that the last letter or the last alphabet of that word is Y, So that y will first get converted into I, and then you will have to add es at the end of it. We are going to take examples for it. See, I have taken the word there, baby. It is written B-A-B-Y, baby. Now the baby word is ending with Y. Can you see here? It's ending with Y. Our first duty is to convert that Y into I. So it will be B-A-B-I, and then you will have to add ES because to give it a plural form. So the baby will convert into babies. It will turn in the plural form as babies. Another example that I've taken is fly, F-L-Y. Now you know that the word fly is ending with Y. So this Y will get converted into I first. So F-L, there won't be any Y. Here it will be I. And then you will add ES. So this will become flies. I hope you understand this rule, children, because this is very important. Baby, babies, fly, flies. There are no B-A-B-Y-S, babies, and there are no F-L-Y-S, flies. You have to understand that how you turned this Y into I and then you added ES. There are more examples given in your book. Go through and we are going to solve it later. Another thing that we have here, children, as a rule is if there is A, E, O or U. Children, we've studied about vowels. Vowels have A, E, I, O, U. So just remove I and focus on A, E, O or U. If there is A, E, O or U before Y, children, before Y, we simply add S, that's all. These rules you have to go through once or twice to let them settle in your heads and to understand when to apply what. Again, I'm telling you, if there is A, E, O or U before Y, before, not after, before Y, you will simply add S. Like, let us take day. What is there? Y. Before Y, what do you find? A. So you will just add S. Day becomes day. If you have key, the word key. So what do you find before Y? E. It's given here A and E. E is there. So you will just simply add S. That's how you add S to these singular words to make it into plural form. And another very important one, this one, children. This really, in your examinations is a question of an hour that keeps coming, that you have to write the plural form of this word. The next one is, children, words ending in F or FE. Children, these are a different set of words. You need to know that if the naming word that you've just taken is ending with F or FE, it will get converted into VES in its plural form. How do we see it? See, we take an example of a calf. Now CALF, it's ending with F. That's what is written here in the rule, that if the word is ending with F, you are going to apply VES. So what is a calf? You know, calf is a baby cow, right? The plural form of calf will be, you will remove F and you will write VES, so that it becomes calves. There will be no pronunciation of F here. It will be calves, alright? The next one that we take here is knife. We all have knife at our places in the kitchen, of course. So knife, see, if you pay attention to the spelling, it is K-N-I-F-E. It is ending with F-E as given in the rule. So knife will get converted into its plural form. You will remove F-E and you will write V-E-S. That's how we get the plural of knife. So calf becomes calves and knife becomes knives. This was all about more than one, children, but There are certain words also given in your book that do not have any rule, but they are different in their own way. They have their own different spellings of their plural forms, which you have to learn it by heart. Like a man will never have S in the end. You cannot say man, man's. Woman, woman's. No, you can't say that. There are certain changes in the alphabets and the letters that you have to bring in to understand the plural form of those words. Like these are the 8 words that I've taken from your book, which for your class 2, you need to learn at this stage to find its plural form. Like a man will be men in its plural form. Woman will be women. Foot will not be foots, it will be feet. Remember, you have got one tooth. If you know, if in case when you have your milky teeth in your early years of age, so one tooth might fall. So you cannot say, ma'am, my teeth has fallen. No. Because teeth is plural. If it's more than one tooth, then you'll call it teeth. But if it's one, right, then you'll call it tooth. Remember, you must have heard about tooth fairy also. She's a tooth fairy because she comes to take your one tooth, not many teeth, right? And you cannot write tooths like tooths. It's a wrong word. So tooth will have teeth. Child will have children. I think you are more familiar with this word because we cannot say good morning child. If you are so many number in the class, we never say good morning child. If there's one boy or girl coming to me, so I would say, yes child, come here, tell me, what do you want? So if I am dealing with one child, I will call that one child as child. But if I have more than one children, I will never call childs. I have so many childs in my class. It's a wrong statement. Child in its plural form will always be children. No S involved here, no ES involved here, no IES involved here. It's just child to children. Ox will be oxen. EN will be applied. Goose will be geese, not gooses or something like that. Goose, the plural form of goose will be geese, and the plural form of mouse. This also you need to understand, which comes very often in your examination, asked in many of your examinations, that what is the plural form of mouse? It will never be mouses. Remember children, you never have so many mouses in your homes. You will always have mice, because plural form of mouse is mice. You understand? So all these rules you have to keep in mind, but these 8 given in your book, you have to learn them by heart to understand that what are the plural forms of these naming words that are specially written here, which are different from the other rules of your book. So children, here we finish with lesson 3 more than one, and we are going to solve the exercises. I want you to try to solve exercise given on page number 13 of your book, and then we are going to discuss the answers in our school group. Thank you.